morning, Star. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thanks for joining me this beautiful morning. I know it's cold, cold, cold outside. Some people are facing winter storms, bad weather. Oops. So, by mistake, I hit this button. Let this play, and then we'll get to it. But whatever you're going through, I hope you are safe this morning and doing well. It's been so much going on. Let me gain my composure because I have to, walk this one a little different. That's okay, Star. Hey, Kimmy. Hey, Kim 75. Nuri, for some reason, it's always a pleasure to see you because you started out with me. And so when I didn't see you for a long time, I was a little concerned, but I see you're back. And thanks for joining me. Make sure you guys hit that like button. That like button is so important to get me in the algorithm. You guys know I don't come down all the time, so I need you to get me in this algorithm. My notifications aren't going off. But we're going to get ready to cut this and get right to the point. Hello, Angela Cook. Good morning. I don't think I'll have any mods in here. Good morning, Silky Black. If I do, I know Diva's away. I don't know where Benj and the rest of them at. But we still going to do the show. Maybe they'll pop in, maybe they won't. And hey, Angela, good morning. Shonda, good morning. Good morning to everyone. Hope I didn't miss anyone. There's not a whole lot of people in here. Hey, listen. Whenever I run these streets, travel these roads, stalk these streets, or whatever you want to call it, I see things that's just real displeasing to me, but some things are almost inevitable to happen in this virtual world. Okay. Now, personally, I don't like panel hoppers, and we got a lot of people who hop people panels. As soon as they drop the link, they jump on the panel and they become panelists. And that's cool. That's cool if that's what the content creator wants to do, is allow people to jump on their panel. But like I said last week, if you are on a panel, you can easily become a target. Got you, baby. I got you, baby. You can easily become a target to those for doxing, dragging, or whatever. However, you are exposing yourself to that type of behavior that may happen to you, so you can't get mad. Now, I see Terry P. They left Terry P. Terry P, your turn is over. I know you was breathing like, oh, thank God, because I was sick of getting dragged all over these YouTube streets, and I get it. And you needed a little break, and sometimes we all need a break. Now, but you got people who come on YouTube, and they come in this little sector. I think they call it a sector. Give me a minute. Oops, give me a minute, baby. They come in this little sector and they come in wrong. And that's the problem. When they come in wrong, they run a greater risk of people watching them and waiting. And that's what happened to Lady Dimples this week. Now, in a way, I kind of felt bad because I was looking a little deeper like, damn, they dogging Lady Dimples. But then I also realized too, when I felt a little sympathy for, nah, Lady Dimples, that's the way you came on these YouTube streets, talking smack to people, cussing folk out, jumping on panels, and then you decided you loved Bree a little more, so you was gonna go ride hard for Bree, the CEO. And I get that because we have a right to like who we want to like. But here's the risk factor there. And here's what's happening. You wanted to be neutral in a way. But because you had got out here and windmill and swung and bang and whatever they want to call it, fought so hard for Bree, and you had gained the alliance with Bree, and you talked to Bree behind the scenes, and you guys became YouTube friends, and that's cool. They had a YouTube shit, and because of that happened, you owed her loyalty. At least I think you should have, or at least she felt that way. And when things start going out of control, you start hopping on everyone panel because you wanted to be an individual person. You wanted to be neutral, but you couldn't because you did it the wrong way. You came on here, and I never forget the time Natasha Milan used to frequent. Hey, Pink Sugar, what's going on, baby? Natasha Milan used to frequent Sir King's quite a bit, and she was up on her panel. You came in here not knowing what's going on, and at one point you even call yourself attacking Natasha for someone else. And Natasha was trying to tell you, you coming in wrong, sis, because you guys call each other sis. You coming in wrong, sis. That's not the way you come in here. You know you gonna get yourself in trouble. Then you wanted to talk slick to Natasha, when she was only telling you right. So what you did is you continued to go on people panels and you start having these outbursts because everyone didn't receive you well like you want to be received. And here's the deep and sad part about it. You have personal issues that you are projecting on these people. You have personal issues being who you are. Somewhere deep down inside of you, you not comfortable with being a trans woman, a gay man, or whatever title you choose to call it or they call it. You know where I'm going with this. You're not comfortable. So what you did was you came on here swinging and banging on anyone who didn't receive you well. You was all out in the chat cussing people out, just like sporadically, erratically, just boom. They was like, ho, who you talking to? Because you was disrupting everyone's panel because you wanted to be accepted. See, it's not Bree's problem or James' problem or anyone else's Sir King's problem that you have a problem. You have a deep rooted issue within yourself and you can't figure it out. So the sad thing about it is that you go from place to place begging for acceptance. And soon they don't accept you, you commence to cussing them out because they didn't receive your hair, your clothing, your makeup. But see, here's the thing about knowing who you are and not giving a shit about what people think. Because you started all this, Lady Dimples. And in fact, I believe maybe one of the content creators got a little mad at me because they overheard me stating that you was a messy person. I don't think I used the word person. I might have said you're a messy ass because I saw you. I saw you being messy. I saw you wanting acceptance. I saw you doing anything for attention. And I knew you was going to run into this brick wall because you came in here wrong. Just like other content creators, they figure they come over here and they got to swing and bang and cuss folks out and act like they all tough and stuff to fit in. I get that because this is what they call the beef sector. And you have to have a certain type of personality, a certain type of demeanor to fit in. That's what you think, but that's not how it goes. Wherever you go and whatever you do, you got to be true to yourself. You're not true to yourself because you're so busy running around. And when Brianna took you under her wings, because I'm going to tell you, Brianna did bat hard for you when other people didn't like you. She tried to understand you. Has she always been right in things that have gone on in her panel? No. But you can't control what other people do and type in the chat. But you could control your panel. But that's how she run her show. But she have protected you. Then you turned around and you turned on her. Just like you turned on Sir King. That's just like you cussed James out and other people. And the only reason why you doing this, because they're not accepting you the way you want them to accept you. And because you can't accept yourself. You can't accept yourself for who you really are. So you came on here doing what you thought would make you fit in, and people love Dimples. But no, 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 no. You gained a lot of haters on the way. See, because we are not everyone's cup of tea. And when you see that, you don't hang around. So if you knew these people were in the chat dogging the hell out of you and you were sensitive, why would you keep jumping on a panel? Or why would you keep going into that person's live? See, because Brianna can't control everybody. She only could control Brianna. That's all she could. So you expected more of her, what then she could give. But even though she tried, you still felt some kind of way when you jumped on her platform because you had so many haters in the chat calling you all kinds of names, dragging you because they didn't like you. But instead of you saying, fuck it, these people don't like me over here, they just don't like me, you still could and leave. They don't like me, so I'm gonna get the hell on and go where I'm accepted or where I'm liked. What did you do? You hung around, and every day or every time you hit that panel, they drug you more until you eventually had a little breakdown. Now, you know, I see it two ways. I told you I'm going to tell you how I perceive it. It's my perception, and I'm going to tell you what I think. I think you are an attention seeker, but it's deeper. You're attention seeker because, one, you can't accept yourself. Two, I believe those around you who you love or you dearly care for don't accept you. And you bringing it on YouTube in this virtual world, and you looking for people to take their place. The people that love you, you looking for them to accept you. And when they don't accept you, you get mad and you run from platform to platform. See, because I believe you liked Sir King. I believed you like Brianna. I believed you like Fi, like you said. I believe you like Duchess Kelly. But it's the way you present yourself is a turnoff for people. You know, you turned me off right away. And I'm pretty mellow. Even though I felt bad for you the other night when you cried, I think you deserve some of this stuff to a certain extent. But here's where I'm confused, because I don't think anyone, I don't care who it is, deserve to be beaten down like that wherever they go. That's a tough cookie. That's a tough pill to swallow. Wherever I go, people are making fun of me. People are talking about my hair, my makeup, my voice, my what. That's a tough thing everywhere you go to accept. It's a hard pill to swallow. So eventually you will break, and that's what's happening to you. But it's just your turn, baby. Just like everyone else has a turn. It's just your turn. Because you put yourself out there by hopping on panels, by cussing people out, by speaking foul. Sometimes your mouth is just nasty and foul. You represented Lady Dimples, how you wanted people to see you. And now that they see you in a different light that you really don't want them to see you in, you're upset. It don't go that way, baby, down here. It does not go that way. And it's just your turn. And now you're on everyone's platform trying to defend your reputation or whatever you want to call. You're trying to defend who you are because you need people to validate you. And that's a dangerous point. When you want people and need people to validate you, you will do anything for attention. And that's you, my dear. Now, I don't have a problem with you, to be honest with you. I knew you was messy from the start. Like I told you, someone overheard me talking to another person about you being messy, and they took offense to it. And so they backed away from me. They know who they are, so I don't have to call them. But see, I didn't beg, I didn't plead, I didn't go up there and justify, because I said what I said. They heard me say you was a messy mofo or a messy ass. When someone asked me, hey, I haven't seen Lady Dimples, I said, oh, that messy ass is still around. Because that's how I felt. That's how I still feel, that you're messy. But you play a little victim messy. You know, you become the victim, and that's that shit people's not buying, my love. I'm not mad at you. I'm not gonna drag you. To be honest, I'm just an honest person. I didn't think you looked too bad, you know? And if you was really happy with it, you wouldn't have sat down there and justify you liking your own wig and justifying your makeup tone was wrong. See, that's what I mean. You don't accept yourself because you're so busy wanting people to accept you. Get the hell off of needing attention and validation. Go somewhere, self-evaluate, get some help to love yourself. People don't have to love you. You don't have to be everyone's cup of tea. Just get the hell on. Keep it moving if they don't like you. You can't expect people to protect you and fight for you and windmill for you. Who are you? Who are you? And you have to remember, in this game, this virtual world game that they play over here, they believe you need to be loyal to them and them only. And they will do things to protect you in a certain manner, not only because they like you, but because they figure you're loyal to them. And when they see you not loyal to them, they dispose you. You went from platform to platform just to see if anybody would say to you, you look beautiful. I like your wig. You look gorgeous today. You know, don't worry about it. We got you. That's not how it goes. See, because when I come on camera, and I'm not all put together, I got on, but when I come on camera, I don't give a damn what people say about me, because these people don't validate who I am, because I'm comfortable with myself. And that's your problem. So you blew it by running around, jumping on panel to panel, being messy, because you wanted to be seen. Look at me, look at me. I'm windmilling for Brianna. Look at me. I'm windmilling for Sir King. I'm windmilling for so-and-so. Look at me, look at me. And when they didn't accept you, you have a real problem. And it's too late, because now it's your turn to be drugged. They just go drag your ass all over these streets, because you deserve it more than anyone else, because you came here wrong. You came here wrong. You turned against the only person who was really, really trying to protect you. Yeah, I don't always be there, but when I do come by and see you, I know that that sister was trying to protect you at one point. Now, I don't agree with everything she did. No, I don't agree with everything that happened, but it happened, and you have to live with it. You have to live with it, because you created that own monster. And as long as you guys jump on people panels and talk shit to other people and people in the chat, you know, and pay attention and do all that, then you open yourself up to that. Hello, Dovey, and kind to me. You open yourself up, hey, Red Afro, for that type of those type of problems. And that's what you did. And now you want people to see it your way. Nobody's going to see it your way, because now they know how messy you are. I saw it a long time ago, but I was like, whoa, just let me watch this. Let me just watch how this work out. And I knew it was coming, because you're too unstable, because you're not stable in your own mind. So you project that on everyone else. No one has to protect you. No one even have to accept you in the LGBTQIA. And I'm not trying to be funny. I don't know the initials. But just because someone's gay don't mean they have to accept you. And that's the problem you ran in with James. And like I said, I'm just going to break it down. This is my breakdown of what's going on. You ran into that problem because James don't like you. but have told you on several occasions, but you're begging for him to like you. If someone tells you they don't like you, they don't fuck with you, keep it moving. There's plenty more gay mothers or whoever or mentors you looking for. There's plenty more on the street somewhere. He don't like you. He don't like you. Keep it moving. But then you decided to throw blows at him. And now you are going to be drugged or dragged by him, he said, for life. So will you continue to subject yourself to this abuse? Because to me, when people do me like that and drag me all around the streets, then, and that's abuse to me. See, I'm not gonna let people sit and call me a bunch of bitches, whores, and whatever names they feel like. Because to me, that's abuse. I'm not gonna let you abuse me. You don't get that opportunity to abuse me. See, because who the hell are you to me that I allow that abuse? But if I'm seeking attention, and that's where y'all can't miss this point. If I'm seeking attention, then I allow people to abuse me. It's part of the shit show. Yeah, I call it the shit show. Thank you, Jay Dunn, the LGBTQIA. I was right. It's part of the show. So if you jump on people panels, you allow them to abuse you. When they keep dragging you or they dragging you in the chat, you opening yourself up for that. No one owes you any protection. Just because you gay doesn't mean James and gay people have to protect you. You have to protect yourself and love yourself. If you're gay, you know, you already know some of the ridicule that comes behind just being gay. You know that. You know it's getting better, but it's still not where it should be as far as acceptance. So you know when you come out of the closet or whatever they say when you come out, if I'm using the wrong terminology, you guys forgive me. I'm not up on it. But when you come out the closet, then you need to know who you are and stand for who you are and love who you are, accept who you are. We don't have to accept you, but you have to accept you. And that's your problem. You don't accept you. You have a deeper problem than just someone calling you, saying your makeup, your wig, you look a mess. No, your problem is deeper, baby. So this is just a tip for you. Until you find out what's really bothering you, don't impose your problems on other people. You came in here to be messy not because she meant any harm, because she just thought she was in a place, you guys, that was going to accept her. Because we all know there are a diverse of people in this sector or section community. We know there's a diverse of people here. So she came where she thought she was going to be accepted wholeheartedly, but she came in wrong. And now she has to suffer the consequences. So she started getting messier, running from Breeze to Sir Kings, knowing that they have a beat, then talking about James and his children immediately. Whether James accepted you or not, fair is fair, and that's what I am fair. Whether he likes you or not, or accepts you or not, you had no business throwing in the children portion of it. That didn't even have to come into play. You could have kept dragging. You didn't have to say the mean things that you said. So when people say mean things to you, you just have to accept it now, my dear, and keep it moving. It's just your turn. Next week, it'll be someone else's turn. May not even have to be next week, tomorrow, tonight. And then that brings me to say this. When you're a content creator, and you have so many subbies, who love you and they're cheering for you and you hoping that they have your best interest in heart, at heart. And it's not just because you ain't, but everyone don't like you either as a content creator. Everyone in my chat doesn't like me. They may be here for a shit show. Now, I'm telling you, but everybody may not like me who's looking at me. Now, I have 81 people in. Please hit the like button because I'm going to tell you, when I come down here, I break it down. This is my perspective and I do it my way. And nobody's going to ever stop me from doing it my way, no matter what they say, what they do, or what they think they could do. They're not going to stop me from doing it my way. Okay. But when you're a content creator and you have so much love from people, you have to remember you have a lot of hate as well. The bigger you grow, you get more haters and you get more people who like you. But don't allow those people to persuade how you really feel. See, sometimes the chat and the subbies and the panelists and the people who you really like could push your back against the wall to make you think different about a person. If you don't feel that way, you don't feel that way. Fuck it, they can't make you feel that way. But if you just going along to get along, then you have a problem too. If you really don't feel that way, let it be known. Don't make people make you dislike somebody because they don't like you and they trying to make you see it their way because they don't have it for me. See, because they don't have it for me, they want you not to have it for me. That's the same thing that's going on here as well. If you feel one way, keep feeling that way. Some things could be worked out. Everything don't have to be done in the presence of all your subbies, our subbies. We could do things behind the scenes if we really care for people. If we really care for people, some shit we would take off YouTube. If everybody hate a person that you like, don't present that person or don't have words with that person in front of people because you already know the hate is going to consume these people and almost force your hand at turning against those people. Be who you are. Stand on your shit. Be 100%. Don't be fake. Don't like me today and love me today and send me smooches and do all the super chat and hate me tomorrow because someone else don't like me. Not because you really don't like me, but all your supporters don't like me. So your back is almost up against the wall. Like, damn, what do? I got all my main people over here saying this, saying that, telling me this, telling me that, but I really don't feel this way. But oh shit, I got to go along with my main people because I may lose them. No. Because if your main people, catch this, if your main people was really your main people will allow you to be who the fuck you are. They will allow you to be you and don't question it. But no, that don't happen on here. That doesn't happen on here. People have influence and they have strong influence on other people here. And that alone changes a person. And that's the fact. I'm watching it happen. I watched it happen every time something goes wrong here. That's how it goes. You don't have to do anything to that person. Just because 10 other people in my chat don't like that person is forcing me to redirect my feelings, to reconsider my feelings. But I really don't have a problem with that person. But all my people have a problem with that person. So what should I do? Well, now damn, I got to have a problem with that person. That's not what a real individual that's not what a real person who's an individual thinker does. They be who they are. Now, if they are how you call it, because I hate to say cult, but cult, gang, or what they call gang-like thinkers, what those thinkers, somebody help me out, then they go along. But you don't have to go along. And sometimes things are not as bad as they appear. No, things are not as bad as they appear. Free thinker, thank you, baby. Thank you, a free thinker. They're not. But people bring bones. Now, I watch these people carry these bones to different content creators, and that's not the way it happened. And I watched both, and that wasn't the way it happened. And some people are telling the truth. That's not the way it happened. But because you have 99 people saying that's the way it happened, you believe that's the way it happened, instead of going to see for yourself and then taking it from there. You got all these people piling on lies and lies. That's the way it happened. That's the way. No, that's not the way it happened. Because I saw it in real time. I saw it in real time. Some of that stuff didn't happen like that. But just because things was misconstrued and bones was carried intentionally to start beef or problems or make the problems worse than what they were, that's how you took it. That's how some of these people took it. When you know people and you know they being messy, then you know they being messy. That's the risk you run by having them in your circle, on your platform, or whatever, in your chat or whatever, behind the scenes talking to them. That's the risk you run when you know they're messy like that. We all knew Dimples was messy and is messy. We'll come back and continue to be Dimples. We'll leave, said they on a break, and then Dimples will come back and continue to be Dimples because that's who Dimples is. Until Dimples love herself, then no one else could be able to really love Dimples or accept Dimples or protect Dimples, because Dimples going to get out here and do exactly what Dimples doing now, being messy. And whoever accepts her, that's who she's going to cling to, good, bad, or indifferent. And that's just the truth. And so that's what I see what's happening. You started, you did, and if James don't like you, move the F on. Why do you have to have James to like you? Just leave him be. If other people don't like you now, who cares? Just move on. This may not be the area for you. If they call it the area, the beef sector or whatever, this just may not be it. But you just need to move on. Hopping on other people platforms, people begging for interviews, want to do interview what? We done heard the same thing over and over and over, and they still don't accept you. So what is an interview going to do for you? You need to love yourself. Don't expect people to love you. When someone tells you they're finished, is like in a relationship. Our relationship is over. Let it go. Don't beg, don't plead, don't try to buy anyone, don't cry, don't kiss up. Let the relationship go. It's time is up. The time is up. It's time for you to move on. And that's what you need to do here. You just need to move on. Even though you like Sir King, he still have people in his chat that don't like you. Even though you like Brianna, it's still people in Bree's chat don't like you. I don't know. You say you go over to Chicago, it's people over there that don't like you. That's just the fact of the matter. Everyone does not like you. Get over it and keep it moving. Like I said, I felt sorry when you cried because, see, I saw something deeper. I saw something much deeper. I saw, damn, wherever I go, no one accepts me. I just want people to accept me. And when people are that hungry for acceptance, they'll do anything, good or bad, for attention. That's her. That's some content creators I see. And that's subbies I see as well. They just want to be accepted. And that's a fact. That's all Dimples wanted to do. She didn't care what type of attention she got. She just hey, Paige, she just wanted to be accepted. She wanted to be accepted by people in the area that she thought would really like her, because we're so diverse. Thank you, Kimberly. But it does, Kimberly, that's a good point. I don't either. But this is what I do see. And Kimberly, this is what I take in control. And I love when you come on here and balance me and we go, you know, we vibe with each other. I don't think her behavior is no worse than anyone else's behavior. It's just her turn. Now, here's the problem I see, Kimberly. I see the fact that she don't love herself and she want to be accepted. She's not confident in who she is, and that's her problem. No, her behavior is not any different than anyone else's on here, and they have done worse. But because she's not solid in her foundation and who she is, that's the problem, Kimberly. That's the problem. If you don't know who you are and you're not solid and you're not confident and you're not bold and you don't see that you being beautiful in your own eyes, then it's easy for these people to drag you and hurt your feelings. And that's why you cry. That's why you cry. And when you cry, I felt bad. I felt empathy. I did. Because I don't think that anyone should have to go through this on these YouTube streets, but that's what they do here. That's what you jumped into. You just have to be stronger now. You just have to be stronger now. Because everybody don't like you. They're not going to like you, and you are going to continue to get drugged. You know, drag, drugs, however y'all want to say it. That's going to happen until the new player comes in town. You know, and like I said, even if you did get downright nasty with some people, they don't forgive. Everybody don't forgive. When you cross the line, and to some, you have crossed the line, and so they won't forgive. So stop looking for people to forgive you and validate you. Be who you are if you could be on these streets, if you could hop on panels. But I think you can't hop on anyone's panel anymore because you have caused such a problem here. Nobody wants you, it seems like. And that's the sad thing about it, because even in this virtual world, you want to be wanted. You desire to be wanted. So hopefully things will work out well for you. But right now, sis, they go drag you. People said until the end. So you have to be prepared for that. So if you decide to come back here on here, and you haven't gone anywhere because I've seen you, you know, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you're not strong, they're going to continue to attack you. If you're not confident in how you look and you sit here and try to convince people that your wig was nice looking, you liked your wig. I was confused at one point, because if you liked your wig, that's all that mattered, baby. You didn't need them to like you. You came on immediately making excuses. And you were being messy. You ran from Brianna's platform to Sir King's platform, and you were being messy, and you stated you were being messy. So now you have to deal with the repercussions of being messy, because these people are very loyal to some content creators, and that's the way it goes here. And if you do anything to that content creator, then 9 times out of 10, you're doing it to them as well. And that's just a fact, you know, it's a fact, and it's something that you have to deal with. But I just wanted to break that down. I think it's deeper than what we see with Lady Dimples. And Lady Dimples, I don't know if you watch me, but if you don't, perhaps somebody could get this message to you. You have people who was really rooting for you, Lady Dimples. And because your insecurities, you ruined YouTube ships that may have worked for you, that could have developed into friendships. I'm not sure. But I think you ruined some of them. And just like you hurt, check this out, Lady Dimples. Just like you hurt, they're hurt too, that you did what you did. And that's a fact. You got to take in their considerations that you might have hurt them. And so now you have to deal with it. You know, it is what it is. It's a possibility that the very same people who was rooting for you, you hurt. And now you just deal with it. Miss Lynchy, black, nappy-headed hoes. Hey, baby, you think I'm fake? Well, good. Because didn't you just hear me say? What did you not hear me just say? I don't give a damn what people think about me. I am solid. I'm confident. I'm secure in who I am. So if you think I'm fake, that's on you, baby. You have more of a problem than me. Because you think that I'm fake. I know I'm not fake. So you could press on. I won't even time you out, baby. I won't even block you. Let you go. So with that being said, I'm not gonna harp on it. Like I said, I'm not dragging Dimples, but I do see Dimples wrong, and it's deeper than us, you guys. Is Dimples' insecurity and the behavior that you display. And like I said, I think you seeking attention and you don't care whether the attention is negative or positive. I think you may have a good heart, though. I think you have a good heart, you know. You just don't know how to balance. You liking everybody. You fight so hard for certain people, then you say your loyalty with that person, and then you go somewhere else and you seem a little different, Dimple, and that's a problem for people. That would be a big problem for people who cared for you. And so I see that's what's happening, you know. But again, this too shall pass. You know what, baby? It's only a week. Like a week, they'll drag you, and then it'll be someone else. So you say you was gonna go study and get off YouTube. How about you do that and don't go jumping on other people's platforms and try to figure out what's going on with Dimples? No one has to protect you. No one has to accept you. No one has to validate you. No one has to make you feel any type of way. You need to do that for yourself. Hey, Regina, what's going on, baby? You need to be confident in who you are. You need to be secure in who you are. And something you said led me to believe more and more that you're not comfortable with who you are or what direction you're going in. Someone asked you about transitioning. Now, I don't know much about that. Maybe somebody can help me. I don't know much about transition. But they asked you about transition, and you say you don't know what you're going to do right now. And correct me if I'm wrong. You don't know what you're going to do. You don't know if you could go further with your transitioning, or you could stop and just do I guess be where you at right now. That lets me know too that you're insecure. You're insecure because you're confused on what you want to do, it sounds like. So you need to deal with that before you come back on here and start fighting all these people. And if people said they're done with you, they're done with you. Walk away. Walk away and go to somewhere else where you're accepted. She may not change. Maybe she's see nothing wrong with her behavior. Exactly. Oh, I'm not telling her to change. I'm just saying when you looking for protection and you looking for mentorship from different people and you're looking for to belong, then if your behavior not acceptable, then you have to do one or two things. You have to change your behavior to belong, or you continue to be you and move about freely and get what's ever coming your way. And that's just the fact. She doesn't have to change for anyone. She could just be her. I don't have a problem with her being her. I just have a problem with her being messy and starting trouble between, people because she's not accepted. Let me put it like that. She's purposely starting mess with other people because she's not accepted. To thy own self be true. Great words to live by. Exactly, Kimberly. And I just don't think Dimples is true. She's not true with herself. And that's why it comes across a certain way, because she wants to be accepted, and they're not accepting her. They not accepting her behavior. They not accepting who she is because she's wishy-washy, you know, flip-flopping or whatever they want to call it. She going from place to place and they don't like that behavior. Not that they mind her going to different places, but they mind her talking bad. When she go to different places, she talk bad about other people. You can't have that. Yeah. You right. I have no problem either. Seems like she liked this drama. Yeah, but you know what, Nori? You right. She likes the drama. She likes the attention, and it could be her. But like I said, I'm just from my observation, I'm just seeing something different. Again, I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a psychiatrist, but I'm seeing something a little deeper. She likes this behavior because this is the only behavior that accepts her. This is the only, you know, she's accepted by this behavior in her mind. That's what I think. So she does like the drama. But she didn't think the drama was gonna come to her so hot and heavy, because if she did, then she wouldn't have started crying. See, when she started crying, that lets me know that it was too deep for her. And she was just begging for acceptance. She went from one spot to the other, being messy and looking for acceptance, and she didn't get it very much. She didn't get what she was really looking for from either parties, from either you know, side. So she wasn't happy. Now that's the truth. She's just not happy. You know, she likes the drama, she likes the mess, but when they start dragging her, it was something totally different. That's how it goes. That's why you have to be strong, or you have to be neutral. There's nothing wrong with you liking Brianna, Sir King, Fi, me, or whoever, Duchess. It doesn't, it's nothing wrong with that. You just have to learn how to move and be neutral. You don't know how to move and be neutral. And so that's why people doing it. That's why people saying that you're fake and that you messy and you this and that, because you didn't move in a neutral manner. You know, wherever you go, wherever you went to, in most cases, you were with that person. And you stood by while they talked about other people who you say you care for and you like. And that's not cool. Even though we are at lib to move around and you know, visit whoever live we want to, be in their chat, engage or whatever, no one has control over. But it's not very many of us move freely like that, because some people are scared. Some people, they loyal to a certain person for whatever reason. Some people just don't want to get into it, so they don't, you know, it's hard for them to be neutral, because you know, it's hard for them to be who they are, because they don't want to hurt other people's feelings, or they don't want to get the backlash out. And come on, everybody knows, it's no secret, you get a backlash when you don't ride with some, you just get a backlash. So my suggestion is to stop hopping on panels. If you don't want to smoke, you don't want to heat, stop hopping on panels, because we all seeing the same thing. We see where one person goes to one person chat, be on their panel, they play along, get along, and then they go somewhere else. They talk about the person who panel they just left to play along, to get along, and it's just a vicious cycle. And then at that point, you looking kind of crazy. You out here looking kind of crazy. You know, if you're gonna be neutral, be neutral. You know, but I believe that somehow, ooh, I'm about to piss some people off. Yep, because I did it before. I think you used to abuse. hmm I think you used to being abused. You have that behavior. You have those behaviors. hmm So to me, somehow you like abuse, or you used to being abused, and that's the only thing you know. You may view it as love, or people like you when they abuse you. You know, I'm not sure, because I don't get down like that. I don't get down like that. So I wouldn't know that feeling, because I don't want anyone talking about me, dragging me, and abusing me. That shit's just not going to happen. And most of the time, when people are in a cycle like that, is because they're either stuck in that cycle because they don't know who they are. They don't know their worth, their value. so they allow people to abuse them. And that's a fact. So, with that being said, I only try to spend an hour down here. I'm not dropping my link because there's nothing. Hi, Jewel Covey. Thanks for visiting. It's nothing for me to discuss. I said what I said. And Dimples, you may like it, but if you like it and you want to continue to be in it, you gotta, you gotta get a little tougher, baby, because everybody don't like you. They don't like your look. They don't like your behavior, and you're going to get dragged through these YouTube streets, and that's just a fact. So, with that being said, I didn't have a lot. I just wanted to break that down. That's what I see. That's my perception of what's going on. And like I said, is my perspective, is what I perceive, is my view, is my opinion. So you either like it or you don't. This is not a long live because I just want to stay in an hour's time. But you guys, sometimes we need to realize when people are begging for attention, they'll do anything. Oh God, will they do anything? They'll make themselves look any kind of way just for someone to accept them. See, because if they doing something good, you have the people that accept them. If they doing something bad, you have people who accept them. If they have an sporadic behavior and they do all this crazy stuff, you got people who like that. They call it entertainment. And that's what they like. That's what they're here for. But then you have people saying, no, 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 I see a train wreck. And I see the train wreck coming. And they watch because they know a train wreck is coming. However you see it, that's the way it is to you. But remember, everyone don't have to love and accept you. But it's a fact that you have to love and accept yourself. Make sure, if you see your king's crown crooked, help him straighten it up. If you see your queen's crown crooked, help her straighten it up. Speak life and wisdom into your princes and your princesses. They are our joint heirs, our future. They are looking for us to leave them something. We are still working on creating generational wealth. I'm still doing the investment thing. But I wanted to come and talk about this maybe tomorrow or the next day when I feel I'll come down here and do the investment. But if you part of the investment little group that be over here, come on back. We'll talk about investments maybe tomorrow morning. What's tomorrow? Wednesday. Don't forget to join Almond Brown 09 for her trivia night. Hopefully I'll get over there. Hello. Okay, so with that being said, I gotta go. I want to stay at an hour. Pink Sugar, you were on my mind this morning because I see your IG channel and I like it. And I haven't seen you around. Good to see you today, Pink Sugar. As always, to my gemologist. Oh, JP said Dimples is dealing with gender dysphoria. Exactly. I'm going to look that up, but I know what dysphoria is, so I believe I already know the meaning of that. That's a strong possibility, JP. Good hit. You hit the nail on the head, I believe, baby. I think you hit the nail on the head when you said that. That's what Dimples is dealing with. Uh-oh. You don't agree with that? Let me see now. I don't agree with the analogy of her being abused in her personal life, but everyone is entitled to their perspective. Okay, she might not have been abused, but most likely, Kimberly, I just think that a person who likes abuse is and the way some of the things, her behavior and some of the things she said, and she begs for abuse, I do think she may have been abused in her real life. Now, she might have had a great family. I'm not saying in reference to her upbringing, because she says she comes from a well-balanced Christian family background. I'm talking about maybe in her relationships, in her friendships, or maybe in her romantic relationships. Thank you, Boss's Channel. I do see a little of her liking abuse. and being abused somewhere. I can't imagine coming on here, people abusing you, and you thinking it's okay, or you begging for abuse, or maybe it's just attention. You know what? Like I said, I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a psychologist. I haven't diagnosed her with anything. I just believe the way she act, she like abuse. She likes abuse, and it's probably because that's all she knows somewhere down the line. Now, that's for Dimples to tell us. I don't know. It's just what I perceive. My observation is something that she sort of likes abuse, and normally when people like abuse, is almost like a vicious cycle that they're in. But I could be wrong. Thank you, Kimberly. Like I said, I love Kimberly. We vibe, believe it or not. She makes me think sometime. Like I said, I don't know if I'm not talking about as far as family, because from what I heard, she has a good family upbringing. She had a good family upbringing, but it could have been from people in her surroundings. Somewhere something is wrong. But then JP might have called it. She might have called it. I'm gonna look that up to make sure. Anywho, guys, I was supposed to leave. I'm not that invested that I'm gonna investigate or follow through or ask for an interview or nothing like that. I'm not that invested, but I call it how I see it, and that's what was happening. Yeah. And like I said, some people said they don't forgive and they go drag your ass for life. Just leave it alone. Leave it alone. If you don't want to be drugged and crying, just leave it alone. Everything ain't for everybody. Yep. But if anyone has anything else to say, they can say it. I don't have to run. I just try to keep it at an hour. So, and that's why I know, I don't like the long lives unless I have a panel on. So, with that being said, I am going to get out of here. Y'all be blessed. Have a peaceful day. Be blessed, be safe. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't liked it already. Please make sure you visit other content creators. Give them a click and a view, and that'll do. And subscribe if you're not subscribed. I don't have a list, so I'm not going to go down. Don't forget to be a blessing and not a bother. It doesn't take much for you to bless someone. A simple hello, you look beautiful. I like your smile. I like that dress or those pants you have on. Can I get that coffee for you? I'll hold that door. I'll grab those groceries. It doesn't take much to be a blessing. Try to be a blessing and not a bother. With that being said, I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Thanks for joining me.